Like we got like a spark plug issue. Actually, it's about to cut off. It is gonna die. Oh crap, the car just died. Right now, what up? All right, so this morning I am meeting my friend Patrick, who you guys didn't see because I don't have very many subscribers. About 5 or 6 years ago, we were hanging out. We recorded a video in my original S197. Red Mustang GT that I crashed. Today I'm meeting him and we are going to do something really fun. It's morning time, so it's gonna be kind of weird, but we're gonna find out if it's a good idea to go street drifting and just teach you guys how to drift your car. I'm going to surprise my friend Patrick with the keys to this car. I'm going to tell him to drift it and I'm gonna see how he reacts. Most people would say this is not a good idea, but I think it's a great idea. I'm gonna be like, yo, you want to drift it? I'm gonna just hand him the keys. All right, $20.90. There go Patrick right now. What up?
Good, bro. I'm gonna go get a Red Bull real quick.
All right, sounds good. I'll see you at Waffle House. We're at burnout spot number 1, but they got a lot of business going on because it is 10:30 in the morning. So we are considering maybe not pissing people off, even though we don't really care. We want to be somewhat respectful. Ask these people.
Oh, they're gone, bro. It's wide open.
Oh yeah. All right. So
yeah, you're good.
We're gonna hit it. All right, so we asked this guy and he said he don't care. Hopefully these guys that are working down here don't get mad, but if they do, we're just gonna keep doing donuts. So the first thing you gotta do if you're gonna drift a Mustang or really any American V8 car is you gotta learn how to turn traction off. Most people think you just turn it off and it says traction control off, and that's going to get you to really unleash the beast. But what you really gotta do is put your foot on the brake and push and hold this button for, I think, what is it, like 10 seconds?
Yeah, it's like 5 or 10 seconds.
5 or 10 seconds. So we're gonna push and hold, and it's gonna come up here and tell us that advanced track or something like that is off. Yep, advanced track off. Makes the car spin a lot better. It like doesn't limit it electronically. When you're in your Mustang, first thing you gotta do, like I said, number 1, turn that traction completely off. If you don't have the traction completely off, you're gonna try to spin it and it's gonna go whoop whoop, and then you're gonna stall out. Don't be that guy. Second thing you're gonna wanna do is assess whether you have a manual transmission or an automatic transmission. If you have an automatic transmission, leave the video now. First thing I'm gonna tell you is there are 2 different types of drift modes for your stock car. That's first gear drift mode and second gear drift mode. Whenever you're doing first gear drifts, it's gonna be a little more slow, it's gonna be a little more calm. So basically, I'm gonna get out here to the middle and I'm gonna show you what it's like when you have the car in first gear and you just kind of dump the clutch and go in circles. We're kind of in the middle of this cul-de-sac and we're just gonna ease off the clutch. And as you can see, we're going in circles right now in first gear. It's actually kind of fast. And then we can just slide to a stop. We barely have room because if you look right here, we've got this rollback hanging out and we keep on coming really close to tearing the back quarter of the car off. So second gear is going to be a little difficult. All right, so I just went ahead and drifted, but I didn't really tell you how to drift. Basically what you got to do is you've got to really feel the road. You can't just watch a YouTube video or see how these hooligans are acting on Instagram and think that you're gonna drift and you're not gonna hit a ditch. So the car has to be in a controlled turn, and it's a mixture of letting the feedback from the wheel drive the car. So whenever you turn the wheel's going to, it's spring loaded, it's gonna try to turn. You have to kind of let it do its thing. You don't want to force it and spin out. And then also you've got to watch your RPM. I don't really know an exact RPM that you're going to want to be at, but you have to be, like I said, feeling it and keeping it in mind that if you're revving too high and you have too much tire spin, you're going to be in an uncontrolled slide. You're not going to be able to actually drift around a circle while being counter steered. So when I say drift, that's what I'm calling it. And I'm not a professional drifter, and this is not professional advice, but if you're going to ride in a full circle and be counter steered the entire time and not spin out and really look like you know what you're doing and really know what you're doing, it's important that you don't rev too high and you understand whether you're in that first gear drift or you're in that second gear live action. When you're in second gear, you're going to have lower RPMs. You're going to have more tire spin for those lower RPMs. When you're in first gear, it's a lot tighter, but it's less likely that you'll spin out. So now I'm going to attempt the second gear, and I say attempt because second gear in a small space like this is a tiny little cul-de-sac, is going to be rather difficult. And like I said, we have this truck hanging out into the road right now. You can do it two ways. Really, this is a completely bone stock car, even has a stock airbox. So I can start in second, but I'm probably not going to. I'm going to start off in first. I'm going to switch to second and just kind of give you guys an idea of what it's like when you're in first and how the car dynamics sort of switches up on you when you hit second. All right, he's not trying to get out.
This guy's trying to get out.
These Mustang guys. Alright, so the car is acting very different in second gear. We're just chilling. You see how we're keeping it maintained in a circle. Nice clean circle. That's awesome, man. Look at all the smoke around us. So right now we're in the middle of a crowded business area and multiple people are staring at us, so we're gonna head on to the next spot. Before we go, Patrick, here's the keys, man.
What are we doing, guys?
Dude, if I give you the keys to my car.
I guess we're gonna whip a donut.
Will you do that?
I'm gonna try to.
It's been a while, dude.
It's been a long time.
All right, stay on this side of the cul-de-sac. Don't hit the back of that truck.
All right.
That's the only request.
I think I can do that.
All right, let's get it.
Spin out every time, so
Yeah.
that was a dream.
Oh, that was a dream. This is real life.
I also miss my punches in dream and not in real life.
Not in real life.
It feels quite odd. It's been a while since I've done anything like this.
All right, so what was step number one
Turn off track, advanced track.
the advanced track? So you got to turn that off.
Yep, the advanced track is off.
And then in your opinion, is there anything that I missed that you need to tell people who have never drifted or are learning how to drift?
You'd rather have too much wheel spin than not enough. Because if you got too much, you'll just spin out. If you got not enough, you'll grip and potentially slide into something else.
That's right.
So when in doubt, throttle out, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yes. And actually, totally exactly the same point, but opposite point. When in doubt, just clutch in and let the car slide to a stop.
True that.
Because I see a lot of people get out on the road, you know, like Mustang week, and they show off and they kick the car one way, and then they go and try to they think they're drifting and they get too much throttle, and that's when they run off into the median, and they call them crowd killers because of that incident.
Driving down murder with my niggas doing burnouts. They know that it's our turnout. Let's see how this gon' turn out. Our blessings been confirmed now. That other shit you hear about don't concern us. You see the sound, don't disturb us. These other niggas is burgers, is ice, so we came to turn up.
That was pretty good, dude.
I think that's it for me, buddy. That last one got a little sketchy.
Hey,
To the side of the road.
what do you think though? That's the first time you drifted a 2013, I think.
Well, it was way easier than I anticipated. I was really scared going into it. The second I dropped the clutch, it was like natural.
And so we're heading to the second location. I'm not really sure where that's going to be, but I got a couple spots in mind. Patrick's hyped up. He said he felt like, you know, a little nervous because he hasn't drifted in a while, but it was nothing. And I was like, the video looks like you do this every day. So I'm sure people watching this, you can see like once you get it, once you drift, like it's more of a feeling. It's not.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike. We were driving the car probably about we were going pretty fast, and whenever we switched gears, the traction light flashed and the car bogged down, and then the wrench came on, and now the car's not running very good. It's sounds like we got like a spark plug issue. Actually, it's about to cut off. It is gonna die. Oh crap, the car just died. It literally just died. Well, we have no idea what just happened, but the wrench came on. It's like it was in limp mode, but then it was running so bad I couldn't give it throttle. And now we're sitting beside the road. So what we're gonna do is try to crank it up again, see if we can give it a little bit of throttle and maybe make it back to the shop. And from there, we're gonna disconnect the battery. I'm gonna check the plugs. Not really sure what happened, but this engine has been full of water, so it's not a surprise at all, to be honest, when you drive it that hard. All right, so I just tried to start it and it actually wouldn't start after it well, it started up and then it wouldn't stay running and then it wouldn't start at all. So this is me full throttling it and it's spark knocking and the wrench is coming on and then it's gonna die. I'm still full throttling it. I'm gonna try before it cuts off to check the gauges and see what it's reading or anything. Temperature's good, oil pressure's normal, oil temperature's normal. So yeah, not good at all. So we are just walking back to get my truck because we don't really, this is the best option. We're gonna take a couple minutes to walk there and we're gonna come back and pull it back. I've had a couple spark plug issues with the car. I think this might be spark plug related. There was a lot of water in the top end. So we're hoping that we have a spark plug issue, and he suggested that it's possibly in limp mode for really no major reason. It could just be something to do with the way we were driving it, drifting it around, like max RPM in between gears. We were being pretty hard on it. Well, here's a tow strap. So I'm not gonna pass up an offer to bring that just in case I need it. So yeah, we were just talking about how we didn't have a tow strap. Guess the universe was just looking out. We strapped. I stay strapped. All right, so here is Old Faithful. To give it power. Just stuff those wires up in there. It's really nice, I swear. You gotta pat the gas a little bit. Oh God. We got 2 dead engines.
Not good, guy.
All right, it just started. And it just died. Man, we're just not having good luck today.
It's in limp mode, dude.
It's in limp mode.
Dude, man, this just fell off.
Oh, dude, we're having terrible luck. Okay, just give us an extra. Oh, she's coming alive. I promise you, this is normal. There she is. Look at that good running car. All right, so now it looks like we're just parked beside the road to go fishing in that pond. All right, so we're gonna try to disconnect the battery, but the problem is we didn't bring the right size ratchet. Engineer here. Uh-oh, look at this. This man right here is a pure genius. I'd have been like, well, we can't. We don't have what we need. All right, so he was able to get the negative terminal disconnected. Now we're just gonna wait for a couple minutes. Patrick's getting in. I got a chain hooked up. We left the battery unhooked because it says 10 to 15 minutes. All right, we're back here at the shop. Hopefully we can get this thing figured out. All right, so we got to take off the strut brace, pull this cover off, pull these hoses off, take the valve cover plastics off, then remove each coil pack, and then pull the boots out, check the spark plugs while the battery is sitting with the terminal unhooked. I'm gonna check cylinder number 8, which is the cylinder that we had to replace before, which was like a backyard repair and we didn't know if it would hold up. I'm gonna check that plug first, just because this is what I think is causing the issue. So Patrick just suggested before we keep going, let's try to start it up now that we've let it sit for probably at least 15 minutes.
Oh.
Nope, she died. It's very weird. Let me try it again, see what happens. Uh-oh, give it throttle. It's good. No, it's not. It sounded good at first. What do you think? Yeah, we're still gonna pull the plugs and check them, maybe change them, but it's actually running good now. So resetting the computer, whatever we did, bro, like you said.
It could be something like it's cutting ignition but still adding fuel, because previously the car was popping, sounded like it had some type of spark knock or something.
Yep.
But that could have just been like an overload of fuel with no spark.
Just resetting the computer actually fixed it. We haven't even turned a single bolt besides taking the strut brace off. We're still gonna check the plugs. All right, so we got the covers off and unhooked these, and now we just took this 8mm bolt out, I think it is. Just like so. We drop in this. Patrick actually is working on the car for me. I am heading to get some new spark plugs right down the road. So he'll have most of them out by the time I get back.
Taking out these spark plugs. He's going to O'Reilly's right now to get a new set. All right, folks. So after getting another spark plug out, we can see here, this is cylinder number 8. This is another cylinder. Cylinder number 8, you can tell, has a lot more smutter on the tip. And if you look at the electrode, you can see that it's black and worn down a bit. You can tell we're having an issue there. You look at cylinder number 5 or 6, whichever one it is, the electrode is still white. It's still intact, still in shape. What I think happened here is because this cylinder number 8 had been rebuilt with a new piston and rod, but used the same rings, I think that cylinder number 8 is getting an excessive amount of blow by, and because of that, this spark plug is taking a beating.
All right, O'Reilly, got my boy a drink here, got the plugs. We heading out. In a minute, go ahead and drop this down in here. We got her all back together now. Going to, if we have time, he's got to go to work, so if we have time, we're gonna go have some more fun. First startup with the new plugs, which I'm suspecting it's gonna run good. I mean, that's clean. Okay, so I didn't record none of this, but as you can see, I've got the air filter out and we are back under the hood. We didn't leave this time. We went inside, and whenever we went inside, we both heard the car randomly shut off after it was running perfectly, and now it won't start at all. All right, so we just let the battery stay disconnected for probably 10 or 15 more minutes, and now the car's just running great. But Patrick's got to go to work. I left the car running, and I took him up here to drop him back off at his truck. I have no idea if the car's even running. And here's the final moment where we see if it's running. I don't think it's running. Maybe it is, I can't tell. Still running. Do you think it was running or not running?
I think it was.
It was, dude.
Hell yeah.
I just hit up my cousin Taylor, and he is gonna help me out with the rest of this video. So I'm heading to Taylor's house now. He wants to link up, hang out, and maybe we can get his car in the video. Like I said, I don't know if he's gonna be down or gonna want to do that, but I'm driving the car right now, and it's just having absolutely no issues at all. Hopefully she don't go into limp mode. All right, we're at Taylor's now, and there's the Mustang. Oh, the plug. We are heading to this potential burnout spot. We don't really know if it's going to be a good play or not. So there's a truck down there, and we're kind of sketched out about going, so we're going to just drive down the road and come back, and maybe he'll be gone. They must have known. All right, so this is not a go. They got us blocked off. All right, he said, I think I got a place, so I'm following him now. Here, it looks like a pretty nice spot. We found a new spot. It looks like it's gonna work. Getting ready to do a burnout side by side. Look pretty dope. And we're gonna kind of go forward. somehow we like dug holes in the concrete. So remember at the beginning of the video where I said we're going to show you how to not drift? What I mean by that is when you go out to a car meet or you're hanging out in Walmart parking lot, you're often gonna see some idiot come by and think his car is cool and dump the clutch and think he's gonna do a donut. And in his mind and his friend's mind, it was sick, bro. He just did a donut. But in reality, he just span out. So we're about to demonstrate what it looks like. And just to preference that before we go ahead and do it, what that looks like is usually first gear, sometimes second gear if you're real brave, way too much throttle and way too much like inertia and slinging action, and you just think that's how you do it because you watch a video of somebody whipping and you think you gotta whip it hard. But the truth is, you don't have to whip it so hard. In fact, less is more in this scenario when you're trying to do a controlled drift. So you're gonna wanna let the wheel kind of unwind and do its thing and light on the throttle so you can control the drift. But when you do way too much, when you're doing too much, that's when the car completely spins out. All right, so of course we got to get properly equipped here. Gotta get my chains on, you know, about 45,000 right here. All right, bro. All right, bro, we about to pull up to the car meet. We about to whip, bro. We just whipped. All right, I'm about to show him what's up. You think I'm gonna get some girls, bro? You think the girls were like? All right, bro, so I just drifted, bro. I'm about to show them what it's like to leave out of here. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, wrong kid. All right, guys, I am heading back to Taylor's house. We're gonna hang out a little bit, then I'm going to go get some work done. I know it doesn't look like I work, but you know, you gotta have fun. So hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope that it actually, besides all the sarcasm and like messing around, I hope it actually like helps somebody who, you know, wants to learn how to drift, wants to slide their car, but doesn't really feel comfortable with it. It is definitely not a game. You definitely can and probably will run your car off in a ditch, hurt somebody, hurt yourself. I really don't recommend you just going out there and trying to just whip and, you know, act like it's a game, because it's not a video game and you can be paralyzed for the rest of your life. So it's serious. Be safe, have fun, and thanks for watching. And don't subscribe to my channel unless you want to.